For over 2 decades, Brendan O'Connell has breathed life into the ordinary, earning himself the nickname Warhol of Walmart. And we're excited to have Brendan joining us today. Welcome to the show. And I have to say, I mean, what made you start looking into just ordinary objects as art inspiration?
I had moved to the country in Connecticut, and you don't see many people when you're in the country. You see more cows than people.
Yeah.
And I went to Walmart's, and that was one of the few places where you saw people milling about.
Yeah. Were you already an artist?
I was an artist.
Okay. And so what were you painting before?
I was painting abstract paintings mostly, and then portrait commissions.
Yeah.
So
how long were you painting Walmart, things in Walmart, until these started to get noticed by others?
I think I started in 2006, and then maybe 2010 I said on the radio that more people, I had been thrown out of more Walmarts than most people in New York had been in, and then they called me and then they invited me down.
Yeah.
So.
Would you be in Walmart taking photos, or would
I would take photos,
Okay.
and then eventually I was able to set up easels and get a cherry picker and do photo shoots, and so.
So when you made this initial decision to start, going into Walmarts and painting, was it kind of something where you were like, well, I have nothing else to paint, so I'm going to paint this, or were you kind of thinking like, well, this is different, this is something I haven't seen before?
Well, part of it is the idea of seeing beauty in the everyday, and being able to translate what some people are overlooking and seeing it in a more beautiful light.
And beauty really is in the eye of the beholder, and I think your art really encapsulates that. And the artistic inspiration, where did that come from in the very beginning when you first kind of found that you had this talent and this drive to do art?
Originally I was writing a novel about a group of painters, and I didn't know how to draw at all, and then I decided to teach myself how to draw.
Really?
To understand one of the characters, and after that I sort of became the character.
Yeah. Did you have a natural ability?
No, I mean, I learned how to draw when I was 22, and if I showed you my first drawings, you probably would say he would never learn how to draw. But.
So here is your book, and on the front, obviously, we have Quaker. What are some of the things that we'll find inside?
There's some, my son was a sneaker freak, so I did a lot of retail sneaker paintings, and then there's some celebrity paintings like Snoop Dogg or Taylor Swift, and then brands, architecture, people. So.
Is there any one painting over your career that holds a special place in your heart?
Well, there's something about the panorama of a cereal aisle, the double horizon of the distance, because when you're a kid and you're in a grocery store, it's just this massive place of color. Yeah. And so I kind of like that.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful painting. I've seen a few. And now you have an upcoming show in Charleston. You don't live here, but you have an exhibition from November 1st through the 30th. Tell us what we'll see in that exhibition.
So mostly they're Walmart and brand paintings, and then there's a wall of green paintings that are new. So just green paintings of portraits and interiors. And
that will be on display at Stevenson & Co. And in addition to the paintings that you do, you're also dipping your toe into some NFTs. Tell me more about that.
Well, NFTs are like digital prints in a way, digital authentication. And in some ways, the way artists went into commercial real estate first, they go into nice neighborhoods that are bad and make them nicer. They kind of did that with NFTs too. Like, I feel like NFTs are become commonplace in terms of that it will be how you buy your house or how you buy cars.
I agree. I agree with you, Brendan. Thank you for being here with us today. BrendanO'Connell.com is where we can go for more information about you specifically, but you will have an exhibition in Charleston throughout the whole month of November, and this Friday you are a part of the art walk.
Correct.
So very exciting stuff. I want to thank you so much for being here with us today and sharing your beautiful art with us.
Thank you for having me.
We're back after this.